And we're back, yeah. And Carrie Boyle has dropped by from River City Wine. And the thing is I'm surprised every time you come back. Right? Yeah, I'm surprised. Oh, she'll come back again. That's
great.
I
have to get out of my cave every once in a while, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's busy enough for wine judging, and I know you're busy judging wine, right?
Yeah, so let's get our calendar straight. 2 weekends ago, we did the Amador County Fair wine judging competition. So that fair happens at the end of July, but we got together and judged over 350 wines.
Wow, that's a lot of wine.
Like 30% got gold medal or double gold, which is incredible. And it was every year that I do it, it's, 5 years ago, you probably had a few wines you were like, I'm not sure anybody should have entered that. Like, no award.
Right.
No good. That rarely ever happens now with these wine competitions. Yeah.
The quality is went way up for I'll say our region.
Yeah.
Just kind of covering everybody.
Yeah, there's a lot of beautiful stuff.
It just amazes me how many award winners and how many wines that just are getting all kinds of respect. I mean, hats off to all the winemakers that are just doing a tremendous job in the region.
Yeah, and what's fun with the judging, you're judging blind, so you don't get to see what the wines are. But when it's a gold medal, it's amazing how many times all the judges agree that it was a gold medal, or 2 out of 3 agree that it was a gold medal, that those wines were really set apart from everything else. So, get out there and get those medal winners before they're gone.
So you can taste an award-winning wine, and go, this has won some medals, this has won some gold.
Yeah, and the results for the Amador County Fair are posted in a very recent article that just came out Monday this week for SAC Mag. So if you want the link to that, you can check out SAC Mag, or you can go directly to the Amador County Fair website.
And always a good place to follow SAC Mag on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and social media that they probably haven't even invented yet.
Yeah, right.
And so more wine competitions now are coming up.
Yeah.
I do know that there is a big competition where the wine judging is taking place Saturday, I believe, in Folsom.
Yep.
Right?
So Mike Owen from Crystal Basin Cellars has put this together in an effort to bring more attention to the Sierra Foothill region as a wine producing area.
Right.
So I think the latest numbers are we have between 60 and 70 wineries participating, which is about 25% of the wineries in the region. So that's a pretty great turnout, and over 400 wines will be judged. Yeah,
we're going to be there Saturday taking some video, just kind of taking people behind the scenes of how this works, because a lot of us have not been able to see that process. Right?
Yeah, it's not sexy, so be prepared for some spitting, some purple teeth. Yeah, it's not a good look. But
toothbrush break, right?
I have one in my purse all the time.
So I mean, this will be interesting to see Saturday, and then what the actual show and everything is in November.
November 20th at the Palladio in Folsom.
Right, the Palladio. So the Palladio, depending on where you're from. Yeah. Because I know somebody will say something.
Tomato?
Yeah, exactly.
But it's nobody says
in mid-November, so right around Thanksgiving.
Yep.
The competition will, I guess you call it a show, because the judging is taking place this Saturday.
Yeah.
And so those results will be in, and folks will be able to see who the winners are.
Right.
Yeah.
So
that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And River City Wine, you guys are continuing to update wine events that nobody else knows about.
Yeah, there are a ton of wine events. There are so many really cool, dining in the vineyard events coming up. Even I was surprised. I was like, wow, why am I not getting out more? So busy. But so we're updating that. We're trying to update it weekly. There's probably about 20 events listed now that are coming up within the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Right.
Super fun. The wineries have come roaring back with lots of very cool experiences for people.
And as the weather gets nicer and it gets a little warm, I mean, I think people are just ready, chomping at the bit to get out and drink some wine in a beautiful location and kind of relax. And I think we all need a little more relaxation.
I agree.
So that's
somewhere outside of our own home, though.
Yeah, exactly. That walk-in closet is not a place to relax. I've said that many times, Carrie.
I've seen my spare bedroom way too many times.
I do a radio show from in there, but it's not a place to spend a lot of time. It's really not.
It's time to get into the great outdoors. So
the backyard's a good place to start.
Yeah, that's true. Bring your bottle of wine.
Exactly. You got to have wine. So have you discovered any new favorites in the last few weeks or since we had you on about a month ago?
I feel like the answer is yes, but you're going to have to give me a minute. Circle back. You know when you get put on the spot and then your brain goes to like total black
That's
slate?
what I've done for my whole career, put people on the spot. I'm pretty good at it.
That's 100% what just happened to me. So I drink wine every day, but can I think of a single wine I've had in like the last 2 weeks?
Right.
Nope.
Well, that's fun.
Actually, you know what I had last night that was delicious was Peltier's from Lodi.
Right,
Their Sauvignon Blanc with a, I got inspired by spring and did a little Veracruz rockfish, you know, with the tomatoes and olives and capers and stuff.
And healthy, too.
And healthy with a farro garbanzo bean herby salad.
All right.
Sauvignon Blanc was the jam. So Peltier, if you are not trying Lodi white wines,
you're missing out.
I encourage you to do so because there are a lot of really beautiful wines, and I know there's a lot of resistance to that because Lodi for a long time has been thought of as like the big jammy, you know, Zinfandel region, but they're doing a heck of a lot more than that.
Yeah, well, I think every area has grown, and we were talking, I can't remember if we started talking about it on the podcast or shortly before, you were saying all the wine judging a few years ago, you kind of go, well, I don't know about this one, but now the game has been amped up. The quality is way up there for all the wine areas that are around us, producing some incredible wines.
Yeah, and a large diversity of wines. So we're not, you know, the regions that surround us aren't known for just Cabernet or just Chardonnay or just, you know, like our lovely cousins to the west. You know, you expect to always have Cabernet when you go to Napa, but here we've got dozens and dozens of oddball wine varieties, so you can keep trying new things. You know, go to visit new wineries, you're going to try something new every single time.
Yeah, well, I think the thing is we all get stuck in knowing what we like and going, okay, I'm a Chardonnay guy or girl, and I'm going to stick with Chardonnay, or I'm going to stick with Zinfandel because I know I love Zinfandel. But I mean, part of the fun to me is finding that new wine or a new varietal that you didn't realize you liked.
Yeah, my new thing is Grenache Blanc, so
Grenache Blanc.
Seek out the Grenache Blanc.
Okay. Who has a good Grenache Blanc?
McKay Cellars down in Lodi. I got another white wine from Lodi. Also, Skinner's Grenache Blanc actually took best of class, I believe, at the San Francisco Chronicle wine competition. It's a beautiful wine and very reasonably priced. So,
well, they do some great wines.
Yeah,
they really do.
They do.
They really do. So, I mean, all kinds of things going on. If you're into wine, and I think something that we need to talk about that we don't get talking about enough is if you've never visited a winery, or it's been a long time that you've visited a winery, a wine tasting room, I think that there's some things that you're a little uncomfortable with, right? It's kind of the great unknown, right? Don't be scared. I mean, it's gotten a lot different than it was, say, 10 years ago, where if you didn't have complete wine knowledge and walked into a wine tasting room, you got called an idiot like 5 times before you left, right?
I hope nobody's calling you an idiot. Wine should not be difficult. It should be very, very easy and fun and relaxing. So if somebody's making you uncomfortable about your wine habits or your wine preferences, then you need to ditch that person.
Right, exactly. And I mean, I always look at it as I go to a winery to learn about their wines, right? To learn about what do they do with the Zinfandel, what do they do with the Chardonnay, what do they do with the Merlot. It makes it, you know, unique. You know, and I think finding out I always say there's a story in every bottle, and every bottle is a different story, right? From the different wineries. And so to me, it's really interesting what motivated them to make wine. Our family's been doing it for a million years. Right. Or, wow, I was in the software business and I always loved wine, and we visited here and we loved it so much we decided we'd open a winery here. Yep. Yeah. So, I mean, those are 2 different stories right there.
And plus it's really fun to go, if you're in Amador or Placer or wherever, and you're going from winery to winery, you know, a lot of them will have similar grapes that they use. So maybe in Amador, you can get a Zinfandel at each different place. Every single one's going to be completely different from the other one, and that's cool. It's just a new, you know, it's like art. You're taking the same ingredients or the same elements, and you're putting them together in a whole new way, and it's just it's cool and inspired. And
another thing too is all these wineries have a different winemaking style. You know, some of them are kind of doing it the old way. And that's great. We know that can make great wine. Some of them are really dealing with modern technology and really doing it that way. And sometimes it's neat to hear exactly how they're making the wine.
Yeah, if you ever want to have a great story, if you happen to ever run into Scott Harvey.
Right.
Like, we're just talking about stories and what makes a winery different. That man has the entire history of Amador County stored in his brain. He is so interesting.
Wow.
And, he's been making wine, I think he's on his 47th or 48th
Yeah,
vintage.
that's what I've heard. Yeah.
Like, it's just, there's a lot of cool history and a lot of cool reasons that have brought people into this world, this wine world.
Yeah, and I think everybody kind of has a different story of how they got involved or fell in love with wine, and it's always kind of neat to hear what their motivation is, I think, and why they do what they do.
Everybody has I shouldn't say everybody. I assume everybody has an aha moment with wine where you go, oh, I get it.
Yeah. I mean, some people go, hey, I remember when I had that Zinfandel, and that's what brought me to wine, or I remember when I had, a glass of this, and all of a sudden I realized how much I loved wine and liked wine. And for everybody, that's a different moment. Just like for winemakers, it's a different moment maybe that brought them to being winemakers.
Yep. Or inspires them how what techniques they're going to use. But yeah,
good stuff. Yeah, I mean, the season's heating up here towards the end of spring. I feel like we're already, weather is starting to be summery, right?
So
a little
hot.
bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
So hot. Oh my gosh.
That's it. So, what are you up to in the next few weeks? Anything going on? You got the wine judging.
Wine judging. Honestly, I don't have anything planned. My mother is coming to visit me for 2.5 weeks, so I'm going to. I think I'm actually going to take a wine trip down to. Oh, I hope she doesn't watch this before I tell her. Down to Paso Robles with her.
Oh, that's fun.
I have a college roommate and best friend that our moms get along very well.
Oh, great.
So we're doing a mom and daughter trip, and
they
don't know that yet. So I guess I should probably tell her this afternoon.
Well, yeah, you might want to fill her in
before she watches the video,
or just blindfold her, throw her in the car, and go.
Yeah. So as those weeks are approaching, I will have lots of things to share because I'll be doing a lot of research on places to go around here, but also a little road trip. So.
Central Coast area. Yeah. I lived in Santa Barbara for a while, and I mean that's such a great area. Yeah. And hey, what do you think about all the celebrities that are getting involved in wine right now? I mean, it seems like every day you read about a new celebrity that has a winery, thinking about having a winery. What are your thoughts?
So I guess the good news is they have enough money to make sure that the wine is good. Right. Like Pink actually has a vineyard in the Santa Barbara area, and there's
the singer Pink.
Yeah, the singer Pink, and there was a winemaker, Paul Lotto, who made a Sauvignon Blanc from her vineyard, and it was beautiful. So, so there are some really great wines out there. Yeah.
You got Kurt Russell, who has a winery, I think, in the Santa Barbara area, right?
Is it Santa Barbara? And then, there's just so many I can't keep track. So, I mean, I just. Right. I don't really have any strong feelings.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, I think that, just because you're a celebrity doesn't mean you can't have passion about wine. It doesn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Dusty Baker, the baseball manager who we've had time to hang out with, obviously discovered wine and decided that he liked wine enough to, decide to start growing some grapes and make some wine.
Yeah, and you can visit that one in West Sacramento. That's one of our local celebrities. But, it's just like with every other wine. I wouldn't assume that they're going to be great, but go ahead and give them a try. Plus, if that's your favorite celebrity, why not?
Yeah, I think that's part of the appeal, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I really love Kurt Russell's movies, and I do.
Yeah.
And so,
I feel like there's a bottle of his wine in your future.
Why wouldn't I try a bottle of his wine? I mean, and from what I hear, it's pretty good. I haven't tasted it myself, but I hear it's pretty good. I've heard good things about Pink. And what she's doing down in Santa Barbara.
Yeah, I don't usually. I haven't tasted a lot of them because I just don't. But Dusty Baker's wines are good.
Yes, they are. Very good. Very good.
The Brangelina thing, the Mirabelle Rosé, that was very popular, and it's good.
Well, I think it's a name. People know the name, and so if you like the varietal they're doing, you might want to give it a shot.
Sure.
I think there's nothing more than name recognition. And sometimes, I got some of the wine from Kurt Russell's winery.
Yeah, and I suppose in this world of wine where there are thousands upon thousands upon thousands of different wines, you got to have something to help you stand out. So if you've got a celebrity behind you, well, more power to you then.
Yeah, exactly. You have a name and people know you from one field, whether it be entertainment or sports. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not give it a shot?
Yeah.
Why not? All right. Well, hey, we gave it a shot. We gave it our best shot.
We did indeed.
And Carrie drops by about once a month to chat with us about wine events and wine judging. We will catch up with her Saturday. And when she's judging, we are going to catch her in action in the nature, in the wild nature. Yeah. And so that's going to be fun Saturday for the Foothill Wine Festival judging that's going on in Folsom this weekend. Thanks a lot, Carrie. Thanks for dropping by.
Have a great week, everyone. Until next time.
We'll catch up with you a little later. It's Rex on the radio.